All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Q&A live stream number 58. It is approximately 8:31 p.m. right here on the East Coast in the great state of New Jersey. So today is Tuesday, June 30th, 2020, and of course, we have some things to talk about. Lots of stuff has happened in the past couple of days since I've been live myself, personally. I'm not going to be live for a little bit. Yes, I unfortunately for a couple of days I'm going to be not as active, but there is going to be some videos going up this week. So definitely stay tuned for those. They're going to be going up in the next couple of days. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah. So, anyways, wow, already four people. Hello, Dylan D. Jesus, how are you? And hello, Matty AC 0812, how are you? But yeah, so today I just learned that Sears and Roebuck in downtown Hackensack, New Jersey is officially closing, meaning the closest Sears store to my house after that store closes is in Jersey City. Rockaway is beginning liquidation. Rockaway and Hackensack are both beginning liquidation sales on Wednesday, July 15th, 2020, and liquidation sales will conclude on September 12th and September 13th. Now, the reason why I say Hackensack will be September 12th is because that is due to an age-old Bergen County Blue laws that requires non-essential businesses to close on a Sunday, and that means that store will be closing then, while Rockaway will close on Sunday, September 13th, 2020. So very sad again, but not much you can really do, unfortunately, because of what's going on with Sears and stuff. I just want to check this one thing real quick. I guess it is getting dark outside. No, I did not go to Kohl's at Green Acres. Nothing special really, and the store really didn't have an elevator. And no, I don't like touching New York City. Definitely don't like touching New York City. But yeah, it's a real shame of what happened to all that other stuff. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. Like I said, for Sears, it was at this point, it was literally a time ticking bomb. And apparently, the bad news got out about 2 weeks ago at both locations. Jersey City right now is still somehow safe, but I mean, once that goes, that's it for Sears in New Jersey. And New York is going to probably close a couple more stores, I would imagine, pretty soon. So just the Kmart in Walnutport, the last one in the Lehigh Valley area. But no, I haven't heard any other Sears closing in Pennsylvania at the moment, at least. But just Kmart in Walnutport for now, and Columbia, Pennsylvania for Kmart. But yeah, Kmart has not closed any more stores in New Jersey, and I think that is probably due to them actually having a little bit of money while being open during the coronavirus pandemic. But it was only a matter of time before each of these stores we're going to make the announcement about the liquidation sales, and personally, I'm not surprised at all. Hey Scott, how are you, man? But yeah, so it's a real shame. So Sears in downtown Hackensack and Sears and Rockaway are now going out of business. Yeah, they're definitely one floor. But yeah, after the Sears closes in Hackensack, there's not going to be any three-story Sears left. There's only going to be the two-level one in Jersey City. That's going to be the only one left right now, and I don't know if they're going to close too. But yeah, yesterday it was Rockaway, and today it was Hackensack's turn to get the bad news. So we'll see what happens with Jersey City. Hopefully, Jersey City can stand the time to tell. But who knows? Some developer could be interested in acquiring the property because it's got all those high rises in the area. So who knows? The developer could be very interested in acquiring the rights to that property in particular. But at this point, I don't know what's going to happen with Sears personally. But we'll just have to wait and see. But right now, yeah, Rockaway and Hackensack are officially closing, so it's a real shame. My plan is going to be probably first to do Hackensack, considering I'm close enough to it. And I might go at some point next week just to go, see what's it up to. But I don't think the liquidation sales are starting until July 15th. So yep, and Eddie Lampert is finally showing his colors in New Jersey by closing up Rockaway and Hackensack. Like I said, Eddie Lampert, Wall Street billionaire, he only cared about the profits. He never cared about the actual people who were working there. I mean, you got to remember, these are people that have worked there for many years. Obviously, not Hackensack till the very beginning, but I mean, the people that work there now. These people built the foundation at these stores. This is where they built their career. This was their American dream, and now this billionaire literally is taking it right up from their feet. These are some of these people have been working at these stores, and they're at the ages of 50 and 60. What do they do now? It's much harder for them to find a job versus the people that are much younger. So now these people that are in their 50s and their 60s, maybe not 60s because they're probably inching more towards retirement, but people in their 50s, they still have to work for another 10 years. So what do? You got to brush up your resume, and you got to be lucky enough to find a new store. I mean, Rockaway, you can't really transfer anywhere. Hackensack, I would say maybe some workers have a chance to go up to Westwood, but do you really want to go to Kmart in Westwood knowing that it could very well close in the next couple of months? Who knows? It's at this point, it's all just a mystery, in my opinion. I personally don't know what exactly is going to happen with these store closings, but wow, the Sears in Hackensack and Rockaway hit like a meteor. And then you got JCPenney at Westfield South Shore beginning their liquidation sales this week. So I mean, I think Sears is pretty much done at this point. It's inevitable. I think Sears will finish up this year, and I think they're going to be done. I personally think they're probably going to conclude the liquidation sales probably right before the end of this year. Right before the end of this year, they'll be done. Sears will not exist in the year of 2021. JCPenney, I think, has maybe another 2 years because now they're going to be closing a whole bunch of stores. But I do believe that Sears is pretty much done at this point. There is no going forward plan at Sears at this point. Eddie is just closing locations left, and this is probably your right, guys. This is my left and right. Yeah, JCPenney has another 2 years, I think, but Sears at this point is done. It's the company is unsavable. It is not savable at this point. At this point, it's just picking up stores or picking out stores left and right and figuring out which ones to get rid of next. And jobs.sears.com is probably the most accurate place to find out about those closings in particular. So again, like I've said, it's very sad that all these stores in particular are closing. But it's certainly just, they don't care about the profits. And, JCPenney, right before the coronavirus pandemic hit, they had a turnaround plan. Like this year, it was just going to be 6 stores, and they were going to make a turnaround plan. And then COVID hits, and then JCPenney is forced to close 167 stores before the end of the year. Probably. Lord & Taylor, yeah, Lord & Taylor is not in good shape either, although they've been very quiet about the liquidation sales. So I think they're just slowly opening up the stores left and right, and probably when all the stores go back online, they'll make some kind of announcement. But I think right now, Leeds Hotel is probably keeping out of the spotlight at this point because they probably don't like to be in the spotlight because they probably got a lot of criticism for closing their remaining locations. So anyways, guys, but yeah, there's just so much going on this week. So, you got the Sears closings. I don't know what other closings are going to happen this week, but it's scary. It's very scary of all these closings and all these people that are going to be out of a job, and this is all because of, well, Sears in itself was already on a decline. The process just got delayed due to the coronavirus pandemic, forcing businesses to shut down. But now it's just accelerating that unfortunate casualty. And Sears is pretty much done at this point. I think they're all going to liquidate, and I think they're all going to be done. I don't see there is no turnaround plan. There is no turnaround plan at Sears. What is the latest on Westfield Garden State Plaza? Not much. The mall did reopen, but I don't have any plans to go there anytime soon. Probably my first place I'm going to go is either Rockaway or downtown Hackensack, and then I might be going to Freehold. And I can't give away too many details about that just yet, but you guys will see why I'm going down there. But I can't give away any details just yet. But Rockaway either this probably next weekend because I'm waiting for Lord and Taylor to open back up at that mall, and then probably after that, at some point in the middle, I'll go to Sears in downtown Hackensack, and then after that, I will probably try and go to what's it called? Freehold Raceway. When will Sears and Roebuck at Newport hit the meteor? I don't know yet. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's definitely not gonna be posted today on jobs.sears.com. But I think at some point it is gonna be posted. I don't know when. I think Jersey City for now at least is safe. But rumors about Hackensack were starting to circulate, I believe yesterday, and finally they got that store got their bad news today. I'm sure they've known for weeks, but now the media now has to put out some articles and stuff, and we all know how that works. So no, American Dream did not. They did not hit the meteor. Just looking at my phone. But yeah, I'm sorry guys, I was just looking at my phone. But yeah, Lord and Taylor's opening up locations this Thursday, I believe. I think Fashion Center, Willowbrook, Freehold. I don't know. I think that's it. I think they're only opening up 3 NJ locations. I would expect Rockaway, Bridgewater, Westfield Garden State. What's the other one that might be opening? Probably next week in particular, because I'm not going to go to Rockaway Town Square this weekend. I'm probably going to go next weekend at some point. But like I said, I'll probably end up going to Sears and Hackensack at some point now, considering it's pretty close to me, and it's a pretty quick ride over there. Rockaway's a little bit further away, but I'm willing to take the drive out there because it is going out of business. And then possibly Freehold, and I'll let you guys know why. Oh yeah, Eddie Lampert deserves to be behind bars. Absolutely. For all the stuff that he put the employees through, the man belongs behind bars for putting a bunch of people, and I mean, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. He's been doing this for years, left and right, closing thousands and thousands of stores and putting a bunch of people out of work. He absolutely belongs in jail for what he did. It's unfortunate that I have to say it, but you know, I really wonder how Eddie Lampert gets to sleep with himself at night, thinking and putting all these people out of work. It's not cool, man. You're putting a bunch of people out of work for no reason at all. But he never visited the stores, and that's the other problem. He never visited the stores. He never cared about the stores. I mean, when he became CEO in 2013, that was when the downfall began, because the year after that in 2014, that's when things took a turn, because it hit hard with Kmart and Paramus. And from 2014 now going on to 2020, here we are 6 years later after one of the first Kmart closures in New Jersey. Um, you know, we haven't gotten anywhere. And Eddie Lampert had a very long time to turn around the company and save a lot of these jobs, and instead he just took the money and walked away. And at this point, the company is it's literally self-destructing. Top executives are taking golden parachutes and taking big bonuses, while the people on the bottom, they suffer. They really, suffer. You know, it's a shame. It's a real shame about Sears and Eddie Lampert. Um, he's a crook, he's a criminal, and he has stolen a lot of people's jobs, and he's not a good man at all. I despise his business practices. I despise what he did to Seritage Growth Properties. As a matter of fact, 24-Hour Fitness, which was a big, and I mean big tenant for Seritage Growth Properties, filed for bankruptcy, and now that's crushing Seritage. So not only is Sears getting crushed, now you got Seritage getting crushed because 24-Hour Fitness was in a lot of these Seritage Growth Properties, and now recently 24-Hour Fitness has been closing a lot of gyms due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. So I think personally, because of 24 crushing the Seritage company, is now affecting Sears and forcing Sears and Kmart to close more stores. But it's all in the wonderful world of Transform Holdco LLC. What an awful company to work for. Awful. Horrible. Like, he destroyed every single store. And the worst part is he tells his goons, whether it's the general manager or the security guards, to tell these people to not take video cameras and film inside the stores, because Eddie Lampert doesn't want he doesn't want to show the demise of his stores because it's bad reputation for him. He already has bad reputation. Like, what is he trying to hide? The stores are in horrible shape. People are going to take pictures of the store. But I guess I guess he doesn't like the bad press from the media. I mean, he's gotten bad press left and right from the media. I will tell you that. But it's whatever, I guess. No, no, the Otis is still there. That's why I'm going, because Sears still at least is on part of the first floor. It was literally just a little chunk that they got rid of, but the Otis elevator is still there. Yeah, that's another one. And that store hasn't even closed yet. Although I would say that that's coming any day now for Sears at Westfield Sunrise. Yeah, Westfield Sunrise is one of those Westfield malls that Westfield needs to sell as soon as possible, along with Annapolis. And that's another mall now that's in trouble. They lost their Lord and Taylor last year. They lost their Nordstrom's this year, and now they're slated to lose their Macy's store. Left and right, they've lost a lot of anchors. Oh yeah, this is a bad year for retail. This is a very bad year for retail. I mean, left and right. This is like 2018 all over again, pretty much, but even worse. It's pretty much 2018, except this time, instead of store closings left and right, you have a global epidemic that forced of these store closures. Think about Nordstrom's Freehold. Think about Macy's and Comac that didn't even open up for liquidation sales, and pretty much all the fixtures and stuff have been moved out of there. So you know um take a look at all the other closings that happened with other restaurants, and it's not just the other businesses. Pier 1 Imports is going away completely. It is one horrible year for retail, guys, and I'm probably not going to be the first to say that on this live stream. This is a very horrible year for retail. People are losing their jobs left and right in all these retail stores, and it's going to be very hard for a lot of these people to reapply themselves at different stores. Hi, I love elevators. How are you? But yeah, it is horrible for retail this year. I mean, so many different closings. J.C. Penney, Sears, Macy's, Nordstrom's, Lord and Taylor, not yet, but that's coming any day. Horrible year for retail. I mean, and you know what? The one store that's been able to actually avoid all this, believe it or not, Boscov's, and that's saying something about Boscov's, but who knows when they're going to close? Yeah, and then you had Macy's and Comac, Macy's Comac, Macy's Hicksville that went away. J.C. Penney at Westfield South Shore is now slated to close. Sears and Rockaway is now going to close. Sears and Hackensack is going to close. It's just there's so many closings, and that's just one scope of it. That's just one scope of the department stores. You got to remember there's delis that are permanently closing. There's um, just all these retail closings. It's I don't know, man. It's just incredible. But what can you do? Oh, me too. And like I said, these are people who built foundations within the company. They've gotten promoted, and now they have to brush up their resumes, and it's kind of like you have to. It's kind of like pressing the reset button. These are people that have the worked up the way up the mountain, and now that they've fallen down the mountain, they now have to climb the mountain all over again. And sometimes people, especially at an older age, they don't have as much energy as they did some 20, 30, 40 years ago. They could just be looking for something on the side, before they inch towards retirement. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, nice. 6 a.m. for the supermarket. Interesting. I don't think that's possible because the supermarkets are still going to thrive at this point. Supermarkets are not in trouble unless it's a supermarket company that has a lot of debt. But I mean, that could be picked up by another company. Who knows? But it's just everything is just falling apart. All the retail is just going away. It's really sad, and some of these elevator losses are significant. Macy's Comac, not so much, but Macy's Hicksville, Nordstrom's Freehold, that was a big loss. Um, there's so many elevator losses this year. And that's just counting New Jersey. The rest of the country has lost a lot of department store elevators. But what can you do? Not much you can really. I don't have control over it. You guys don't have control over it. It's just the way that it unfortunately happened. So yeah, I mean, people like you at least have a chance to try and get back out there. But the older people, that maybe they're going to take a severance package, or they're going to have to apply to another company, and they're going to have to climb up the mountain again. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with all these people? But anyways, so well, a lot of these companies were struggling, so that's why. Yeah, some people at Lord and Taylor did get laid off. Woodbridge went away last year. Palisades went away last year. And who knows how many other closures they're going to have this year, because they've been very quiet about that announcement otherwise. So, um, it's quite possible we could very well go into a Great Depression, but I think that would be the last resort. You know, who knows? Who knows? Sears still believes in Kenmore. Oh, what a joke. What a joke that is. No, the Freehold Lord and Taylor is still there. It's actually opening up again on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. Yeah, hopefully. I think so, but I think we can recover. I don't know personally. I think there is definitely going to be less stores, but it's a shame. It's a real shame, that's for sure. And even going into J.C. Penney at Westfield South Shore, the air conditioning wasn't even on the second floor. Hmm. Let me check one thing real quick. Not no, not tonight, unfortunately. Unfortunately, not tonight. But anyways, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do a rant tonight, unfortunately. So, but I have to, yeah. But yeah, I can't believe Hackensack is closing and all those other stores. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I was in Macy's looking for maroon suits and maroon pants, and they were expensive. Oh, okay. Yeah, Macy's can be pricey sometimes. You just have to find a good deal at Macy's, typically. They've been very quiet about it. They haven't really been in the spotlight in the media about it, from what I've seen on in articles and stuff. I don't know when it's going to be said and all done. At this point, it's just going to be liquidations left and right. No, I no, I don't think I'm going to be able to do an Eddie Lampert rant. I know I want to so badly, but yeah, I'm not going to be able to, unfortunately. But you know what? I'll just do it anyway. But yeah, let me just read a couple more of these questions and then I'll do it. Macy's is a great store, but good golly, Miss Molly, they were expensive. Yeah, they are expensive. J.C. Penney, yes. I actually remember getting jeans there many, many, many years ago. Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, like I've said, Eddie Lampert, he doesn't really care and he puts the profits over the people. He screws the people and he doesn't care. He he's a Wall Street billionaire and he likes to take people's careers away. Executives at the top have gotten golden parachutes while the workers suffer. And the worst is when the people come into the actual stores for the liquidation sales and they just throw it all over the place. And I feel bad for the workers because they gotta clean that crap up. So those people suck. because they pick something. The next thing you know, they throw it on the ground, and the poor worker who I don't even know how much the workers make, probably minimum wage, $10 an hour. They have to go in there, pick it all up, and reset the store for the very next day. So you know who knows what's going to happen. But anyways, bye, Dylan D. Jesus. Yep, that's Eddie Lampert. Doesn't care. No, I don't think Menlo Park will lose the store. Yeah, $13 an hour. Yeah, these so let's say what Scott said. Let's say these employees are making $13 an hour, and they're in there, they're running the liquidation sales, and you got all these people coming in, just throwing stuff on the floor. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. When if you don't like something, you put it back exactly where it is, and you don't throw it on the floor like a pig. People are disgusting sometimes. It's really bad, honestly, of what some people do. But thank God I'm not that. Let's just say. Oh, interesting. Yeah, J.C. Penney is closing two stores in the area: Poughkeepsie Galleria and Westfield South Shore. Westfield South Shore was the better store versus Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie Galleria has literally the same exact Westinghouse elevators the same exact Westinghouse elevators that are at Bloomingdale's and Bridgewater. But Westfield South Shore has the Dover Classic from the 1980s and the Burlington Dover that goes up to the offices, which are located on the third floor. What's up, Chris? Yep. Oh, nice. Yes, it did close in 2017. Classic Dovers with epic motors. But it doesn't believe Eddie is stealing, but really. Well, it is Eddie Lampert's fault. It's there's no doubt, there's no question about it that the man is responsible, and he still is running the company. Whether or not he's the CEO of the company, he's still the one running it at the end of the day. Really, is that in the state of Delaware? Because that would be interesting. Yeah, it was at Westfield Sunrise, and then it closed. It was at one time, and I was talking to somebody on Instagram about this. It was the flagship J.C. Penney for Long Island. No, nope. They're going to be done by before the end of this year. And I've made that prediction many times throughout 2020. Yeah, Sears is done this year. They're going to be finished. They got one more store in New Jersey, and I'm sure the New York store liquidation sales are not too far behind. But I think the Macy's Harrisburg is going to close at some point in late July, early August. So we'll see. I don't think it is. I don't think Sears is going to stay open. I mean, there's only two stores left on Long Island, which is Westfield Sunrise and the Green Acres Mall. Hey, old Eric, how are you? So, oh, hi again. So Sears is closing. Yeah, the RT is not too much of a loss. I mean, I will gladly go, but yeah, the building has been there since 1928, and now it's closing in the year of 2020. I mean, that store has been there for almost a century, just under a whole century. But it's a shame. It's a shame that a Wall Street billionaire had to ruin that. I don't know what's going to happen with the store personally. I'm sure they're gonna somehow preserve maybe like the top tower of it and maybe place it somewhere in Hackensack because that is a historical piece of Bergen County retail history. Um, it's one of the oldest operating ones, and now it is officially closing, which really sucks. But what can you do? You know. Hi, Michael. How are you, man? Sears and Hackensack is closing, by the way. Yeah, Sears and Newport Center is the last one in Hackensack. I've been hearing rumors about Hudson Yards, but I'm not making a video until it's official. Hey, Carlos hates COVID-19. How are you? We'll see. We will see. We might just do the outside because the inside really isn't that special. Well, that's your opinion. You're entitled to your own opinion. But I will definitely do the final ride on the elevator. I know I filmed it 3 years ago, but I'd rather do it just because it is closing and it's my last chance to see it. Probably escalators too. I'm gonna do the same thing with Rockaway. Every single sporting goods. I was at Dick's Sporting Goods at Westfield South Store, the former Sears and Roebuck store that closed 5 years ago in 2015. We did. I don't know. We're kind of 50-50 on it. I personally don't know if it's going to happen or not. So it is a wait and see thing. They're already bankrupt and they've just resumed their liquidation sales. I don't know as of when. I think it's within both townships at some level. Yeah, Modell's is a sporting goods store in the northeast of the United States. No, Rego Center is still thriving. Welcome to the club. No. Stu Leonard's will not take over Sears and Hackensack. It's probably going to be an apartment building because they're building a lot of them in Hackensack now. So there's probably going to be no. They're not going to do a Stu Leonard's there. Stu Leonard's only did Paramus because they wanted a location in New Jersey. They're not going to take over Sears and Hackensack. That's probably going to be an apartment building right next to the Aldi food market. Oh no. No, probably just Rockaway Town Square and Dick's Sporting Goods. At this point, I'm just waiting for Lord and Taylor to open up, and that's probably not going to happen until next week. There's only a couple stores in New Jersey that are opening up this week, and there's probably going to be a whole bunch of them that open up next week. But yeah, I'm waiting till next weekend to go. Yeah, the 1950 Sears logo is very interesting. Probably, probably, most likely. Mm, no, I was there 2 years ago, and no, Rockaway I haven't been to since 2015, and I'm due for a trip back there. But no, I don't want to. I don't want to go to Bridgewater anytime soon. I don't really have a need to go there, unless something. I'm talking like Macy's, Bloomingdale's would have to close. I don't know what's going to happen with Lord and Taylor personally. Mm. Oh wow, not sure. I'm not really a big fan of him, but anyways, all right. Well, I think I'm going to end the live stream a little bit early today. I'm kind of bored, and I don't know. I don't really want to be in the stream anymore. Sorry, guys. All right. So, guys, thank you for really making this a really great live stream. And asking questions and stuff. And oh, you got tested for coronavirus. Oh, elevating Southern New York. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. I might not just end the live stream just yet. How are you, man? By the way, do you know that Sears and Hackensack is closing? No, I'm still here. Still here. Still here. I'm gonna stay for maybe 5 more minutes. Oh, yeah, that's got the old Otis thing. No, they're not closing yet in Jersey City, but yeah. If you guys have any last minute questions, now would be the time to ask them. I am actually going to end the live stream a little bit early because I kind of want to relax. And to tell you the truth, I have a long day ahead of me tomorrow. So, but yeah. Oh, Texas, nice. Waffle House, yeah, I've heard of them, but they're not as good. So yeah. All right, all right. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream here. Thank you guys for watching Q&A live stream. I don't know what's gonna replace Nordstrom's for Freehold. I mean, you could still go. You just have to, like I did. I went all the way from New Jersey all the way out there. Like I said, face mask and bring hand sanitizer. Sure. We'll see. I think Boscov's would come first, then Dave and Buster's. Really? The largest one, Willowbrook. Yeah, see, the problem is I didn't grow up going to Dave and Buster's because they didn't have any in New Jersey at the time. Some law that they didn't pass, and then they finally passed it. No, don't think so. Like I said, if these questions get delayed about a second or two, that's something I do apologize about. Trust me, I hate StreamYard. I hate using this thing, but once they get that 1,000 mark, we will do that. No, see, I don't think so. It's too new of a space, and it's a little bit too small for our Boscovs. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese, I'm glad. I hate Chuck E. Cheese personally. I liked it as a kid, but After I stopped going there, that's when it really started going downhill. Oh, okay. And what did he say? Okay, apartments. All right. Cool. So maybe. Who knows? Okay. All right. So yeah, it is. I agree. So all right. I think people are starting to leave this live stream, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. Thank you guys so much for watching Q&A live stream number 58. Have a good night, and we will see you guys next week. That's it. Bye, everybody.